Okay, we talked a lot about intellectual property earlier today, and yeah, I stress again that China is first to register rather than first to market. Different parts of Asia have different systems, but if you've got a brand, you've got some intellectual property, you've got something you want to protect, it's wise to register it in advance because your competitors or even your suppliers can register it on your behalf without you knowing it, and then technically they own the intellectual property. So we covered registering, exposure, and enforcement earlier, but let me talk a little bit about monitoring. You know, just this morning on the walk in from when I came in this morning, a woman that I met opened the door for her, and she said, "Oh, hey Mike, I came to your seminar and I want to pick your brain on something. You know, I've got some suppliers that are bringing my designs to the trade show booth. How do I stop that?" And so my first question was, well, did you tell them in the contract that it's not acceptable for the seller to use your designs, your patterns in their trade show booth? Well, yeah, we talked about it, but it's not in contract. Well, get in contract, make sure that there's no excuse for the supplier not to realize how serious about you. You know, you can't, if you've got a flower pattern, you can't protect that legally. You know, it's not novel enough or unique. So you have to rely on an agreement, a non-compete, non-disclosure agreement with your supplier. But even if after you have that agreement in place, you still need to monitor it, because probably the factory owner didn't realize that his sales team picked up the sample of the floral print and were bringing it to the Melbourne Trade Show. So maybe it wasn't that they were actively trying to break the terms of the agreement, but it's up to our job as a buyer to, you know, keep an eye on those trade show booths. Keep an eye not only on the English website, but also the local language website of the suppliers. When we're on site at the supplier, visit the sample room. You know, look around the factory. Do you see your prints on display for sale to other parties? Taobao is great. Taobao is part of the Alibaba group, and it's a website. Basically, it's all in Chinese, but it's a marketplace, and it's Taobao is a great place to look for, are your products being sold or made by unauthorized parties? Okay, the good news is if you have a contract, even if it's a non-disclosure, non-compete agreement, things are enforceable in Asia, where a couple of years ago you would just assume that, hey, it's the wild, it's crazy over there, you can't rely on the legal system. Now things have really gotten better.